Hey guys, it has been a while. I think the last time I sat down and did a video, I did my camp review. Sorry, you guys are kind of fuzzy. Let's see. I may have to clean you off here for a second. So, yes, don't mind my Hello Kitty blanket. So, oh, hey, hi guys. I know. It's me. What can I say? Yeah, I think the last time I sat down and did one of these videos was my week at camp review, and that was the end of July. So we're at the end of December now. So let's see, August, September, October, November, December. 5 months. Not a big deal, right? But I know last year, around this time last year, I did a year in review kind of thing. And I kind of wanted to do that again this year, because last year I was ending my year in, I don't want to say not the greatest spirit, because, I mean, life was good. I mean, I had been sick all of November, all of December last year. And I had only been in my single life for like a few months. But this year, and one of my things coming into 2018 is I wanted to really discover who I was and find my strength, and just who I am as a person and who I am as a young woman. And I feel like 2018 let me do that. Back in January of this year, I got to help with Winterfest at Camp Ileana, and that was my first time doing anything of the sort. I mean, I grew up going to church camp, but I was never a leader at camp. I was always a camper. So this was that was like my first experience leading a group of girls, and it was an adventure, because I didn't know the campground, I didn't know the layout of the thing, I didn't know the environment, so it was literally a learning experience for me, but I fell in love with Camp Ileana. Loved it, fell in love with it. And don't get me wrong, I still love the camp that I grew up at, Camp Wabashi, but there's just something about the environment and the feeling that I got when I went down there that I just fell in love with. And then in February, I went down with about, I think, 6 other ladies. We went back down to Camp Ileana for a ladies' retreat down there, and that was phenomenal as well. Again, I had that same feeling that I did when I went back in January. That this place is amazing. I can't wait to be back on these grounds. Then in May, I got to work a Emmaus walk, and I was a chaw. And so that was fantastic. I absolutely loved it. I need to get my coffee here, sorry. But I absolutely loved being a chaw. And so that was so much fun. Then in June of this year, like the end of May, beginning of June, I kind of started getting sick. So I had to step back from a lot of the things that I had been doing. So this year I only did one VBS. And I feel kind of bad. So this coming year I'll probably be back to doing both of them again. And so yeah, in June I did McKinley's VBS, which that was fantastic. I was a crew leader again. I had a really good group of kids. And then in July, I did the church stand during the 4th of July celebration. And that was really fun. I worked on the 4th. And I've been doing that the last few years. Every 4th, I sign up to work the late shift. So it's like usually 6 to 10. So I get to see the fireworks at night, at closing, and it's just a really good experience. I get to be with my church members, and it's just really, really fun. And at also the end of June this year, I helped my sister-in-law photograph a wedding for a friend, and that was a fun experience. Then in July, I did the church stand, and then I did Camp Ileana again. I was a dorm mom to eight girls. And then I had my junior faculty. I could not have asked for a better junior faculty. Like, seriously, she was amazing. We had gone down, I went down with Bria, and we went, me, one of our deans, and the junior faculty went down the night before, so Saturday night, and we decorated. Our theme was Christmas Recharge, so we had a ton of trees we had to put together. We had a lot of Christmas decor we had to put up, and it was just a really good bonding experience. And so I got to I got to spend it with one of my greatest friends. He's become like my best friend in the entire world, and so I got to spend that week with him, and then obviously my junior faculty became a great friend of mine as well. And so the three of us got to hang out quite a bit that week. And then, see, that was July. August, I started back to work. My position changed at work. I started as the preschool teacher. And I've been doing that I've done that for an entire semester now. I mean, it's not my first time being a preschool teacher. It was just the environment's a little bit different, so I had to relearn how to do, like, work with the group that I had, and just, it's interesting because we've got about three boys, we've got three boys who are, like, within months of each other, of being four. It's, like, January, February, and May. So, it's, like, a very interesting combination. And we've got a couple of little ones who are be turning 3, so this coming school year they'll be joining me, and so it'll be fun. But then in October I did another Emmaus walk, and I was in the kitchen, which that was a really, really fun experience too. I absolutely loved the kitchen. Is probably the hardest job there is, but like the service you get to do is fantastic, and that's what I love. I mean, I live to serve, and Scripture calls us to serve, and it calls us to be an encouragement to one to another. And I feel that when I serve on these Emmaus teams, or when I serve as a dorm parent at Camp Ileana, I am doing what the Lord has called me to do, and I find joy in these things. And it, I can wake up, like with the kitchen, I'd have to be up at 5:30 every morning, and I'd be bright-eyed and bushy-tailed serving breakfast. And it's just, like, I've had people say, how do you get all this energy? You're spreading yourself too thin. And I'm like, I have all this energy because I love serving. I find joy in serving. And so I'm able to find that energy. It's God who, His Spirit is running through me even at 5:30 in the morning to be able to serve His people and to let His light shine, and to be a city on a hilltop, to just exude joy, and just be the iron that's sharpening the iron. And that's what I live for, and that's what God has called me to do. Sorry, I digress here. I can sometimes get on a little ranty when I start speaking about my servant life, because it just means so much to me. It's who I am. It's me. Let's see what else I did. I got to help with a parents' night out. at the end of November, I think it was, yes, the end of November, I got to help with a parents' night out at McKinley. And then that Sunday, I helped with parents' night out at Bria, and that was fantastic. I got to hang out again with my dear friend. I made a new friend, and we hung out this morning, the three of us did, and it was just really awesome. Oh, also, the day after Thanksgiving this year, I did the Christmas parade, and that again was fantastic. It was cold and wet, but fantastic. Um, and then see what else. I think that's about it. Cause we're at Christmas, like we're just about at Christmas. Um, so I mean, I've had a really full year, and I know for a fact my year of 2019 is gonna be full as well. Um, because I've got Camp Ileana, again, Winterfest in the middle of January. And then I'm hoping that we'll have a group of ladies from Bria going down again for the ladies retreat. Um, and then I want to do both the McKinley and the Bria VBS as long as they're not the same week. I'll be working full time again. The church stand, Camp Ileana, Junior 4, the end of July. And I might be sponsoring my dear friend on a chrysalis, so I'm excited. I've got to talk to him about it. And what else? So he'll be a junior this fall, this coming school year. Yeah. So, because there's one in the spring and there's one in the fall, so I need to ask him which one he is more prayerfully leaning towards, and whichever one we'll get him signed up and we'll get him on a chrysalis. Makes my heart really happy. uh, what else? So overall this year it's been a lot better than last year. I'm still waiting for the one that God's got planned for me, but I'm okay with that. I'm continually praying for the man who will be my husband one day, and I know that God is still working on him and God is still working on me, because obviously we're not ready for each other yet. So we have to wait a little bit longer. But we'll come together when God feels we're both ready for each other. And but yeah, I'm happy with where I am in life. I get to serve, and that's like I said earlier during my little rant, that's who I am, and serving is where I find my joy. I teach every third Sunday out at McKinley, and I'd like to volunteer back at Bria, so I think I might volunteer to help with my sister-in-law on the 4 Sundays and see what I can do there. So I'll be back at Bria at least twice a month, because I'm there every first Sunday just visiting. So I'm super, super excited about everything, and thrilled and delighted and just excited to see what 2019 brings me, because 2018's been really good to me, and I know that God's got great things planned for 2019. So I'm super, super excited to see what happens and see where the rest of my 29th year takes me. Because this coming August of 2019, I will be turning 30. So I am really excited to see what this last half of my 29th year, or the last half of my 20s, bring me into my 30s. And so I know God's going to continue using me. He's going to continue using His Spirit in me, and I will continue to be open to His Spirit and let Him guide me in just my daily life and just everything I've done, everything I am doing, and just letting Him use me. So that's that's my goal for 2019 is, my phrase for 2019 is willing servant. That's my phrase for 2019, willing servant. So, I thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys have a fantastic Christmas and a very, very happy New Year. I will talk to you guys, and I will see you in 2019. Bye.